What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while. We have stuff to accomplish. We got things that we need to get done today. Now that it's not raining anymore, I kind of feel like I should be sitting next to this fire, though. Our sanity seems a little bit untenable. Maybe I'll just hang out for a minute next to the fire and see if we can regenerate a little bit of this. In the previous episode, we got to gather up a bunch of wood. We got to get some things done. We got to get moving. Where did my backpack end up? Pack, where you at? Oh, it's inside. That happens sometimes. If you ever can't find your backpack, look behind your chests. It happens to me all the time. And I'll run around just being like, did it despawn? Do they die? Like, I'll be all frustrated. And nope, doesn't work like that. Actually, just got to find it back in here. Pick that up real fast. I'm going to try and keep... So why is my sanity going down? Is it because of the heat, maybe? We're losing sanity right now, and I'm not totally sure why. We'll go ahead and harvest some crops real fast, and I'll deal with it in just a minute. I'm not going to freak out about it just yet, but... I'm assuming the trickle must have to be from the fact that we're... My best guess is that maybe we're losing... Maybe we're too hot right now. I don't know. It might come a time where we need the endothermic fire. We've got to chill next to that for a bit, but... I am not so certain. Got a bunch of foods. I do think that we need to get cooking done. First things first, though. Let's put things back in the chest that need to go in the chests. Let's get things reorganized and re-upped. There we go. That's going to be our building cabinet. So that's all right. We'll throw some of that in there. Maybe some of our nasty sludge in there as well. Now would be the time where we would want to go to the southeast, though. Oh, no. Our sanity's coming back. I am not sure. Frankly, couldn't tell you. Frankly, couldn't tell you. Okay, we're good and moving right now. I like that. I like the fact that we're getting stuff done. We're starting to look a little bit better. Some coral might be nice. Not right now, though. I'll work on it. I'm going to need a limestone suit soon. It's going to slow me down. But as we fight more and more wolves, we're going to need better and better armor. You see that we made it out of that last one with almost, like, no defects, which is absolutely great. That's probably the best thing I could have ever wished for out of that whole thing. We made it out without taking any damage or anything else. We're looking really, really solid as far as that's concerned. This island had treasure on it. Has a pig house, or at least I don't know if that's a merm house or if it's a pig house. I'd have to take a look and figure it out. This place is flooded as shit. So what we're here for reeds, and we're here to dig up a couple of these. Oh, they don't give you, they used to 100, oh. That's unfortunate. I was gonna say, they used to like 100% give you a little thingy, but maybe they don't anymore. They might have nerfed them, I don't know. The game's been patched a couple times since the last time I played. Last time I played, it was damn near 100% of these gave you a little thingamadoobie for your trouble, your little venom gland. We're going to need a lot of venom glands. If we don't have more venom glands, our day is going to be real, real nasty once we inevitably start spawning some of our nasty little friends, the mosquitoes. So once we start ending up with mosquitoes flying all over the place, you're going to want to have easy access to any type of anti-venom you can get your hands on, just because you are going to get poisoned, like 100%. There's no way to get around it. You're going to get poisoned by a mosquito eventually. You're just not going to be paying attention. You're going to be digging around in one of your chests. You're going to be trying to stay by the fire while it's raining, and you're just going to get bit by one on accident. It happens to me constantly, so I tend to plan for it now rather than freak out about it. You know, I don't think we need fire right now. It is the evening, however. I may sleep tonight, actually. We've got so much food at our base that I'm thinking it might be a wise idea just to clunk out for a bit. Yeah, I might make a sleeping roll. I might do that. And then we'll sleep. We'll get some of our sanity back to avoid any accidents with... I guess I could torch this island. That's the other less acceptable social... I mean, we could do... I guess we could do some pyrotechnics here and light this whole place on fire. I don't know if that's recommended, though. It might be a bad thing to do. We got our hat on. Everything's looking good. That's looking fine. I'll probably just eat the eggplant right now. It's kind of a waste, but I got to clear out space while we're here. And then setting the fire would be something that I'd want to do kind of in a corner where it's not going to damage too much. I tend to like to keep resources intact. That's just how I like to play the game. If I can keep my resources from, like, flowing... Oh, never mind. We got another rainstorm coming in. We might have to head back right now, then. I think we're, like, dead set in the middle of monsoon season. So, unfortunately, we're just going to have to live with the fact that it's going to rain. I'll probably try to pick up a little bit more seaweed on my way back home. Sanity is a bit lower than I prefer, though. I mean, I don't know. Ow, I got punched. Why are you guys attacking me? I don't understand why I'm under attack right now. Normally those things don't bother you too much. Stand next to a fire for a minute and see if I can maybe get a little bit of sanity back. He might have been upset because of the snake. I don't know. I think we are going to have to go back home. I don't think we're going to make it. Oh, maybe they're territorial now. I don't remember Merms attacking me back in the day, but... You know, my memory is so sketchy anyways that it can be hard to tell sometimes. It can be really, really hard to tell. Driving this armored boat is a really, really bad plan while our sanity's low. But I think I may have no choice. It's not going down that fast, but it's going down fast enough to where I'm worried about it. We're going to lose a little bit of productive time by doing this too, but I think in the greater scheme of things, it's not going to upset me that much. Yeah, it'll be alright. Let's jump up in here. We'll grab some of the grass that we need in order to make the bedroll. We got the paper we need so that we can make the fresh shirt once summer gets here. So that's good. The only thing we have to worry about now is the flowers. So I'd share a little concern with that, but all in all, I think we should be able to hang in there. My fingers are feeling strong. Thinking that once we start to dangle, I should be alright. I'm going to use this charcoal over here. There we go. Get some of that sanity rocking. She keeps saying uh-oh, but I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's because she's trying to set fires or something. I can't tell you 100%. I think she's trying to set fires or something weird is happening. I think I'll probably get her some sleep. That'll give us an opportunity to also dodge this rainy spell. Like maybe by the time we come out, it will no longer be rainy. Our stomach's going to be empty as hell though, so yeah. That's unfortunate, but we got food. We got foodses. I'll just eat some of that real fast to make sure we don't lose anything. And then for the rest of this, that actually allowed us to duck that lightning storm perfectly. That went exactly how I planned it to. That's pretty rare. That doesn't happen very often. Normally things don't go according to plan like that with me. Throw you in there. We got all kinds of filler foods right here. I'd probably go with like some kind of meat in there. And then we'll just use some fillers. I'll do the same thing over here. We'll use the sweet potato. And once the sweet potato's been dropped in there, is the sweet potato like native? Where does the sweet potato come from? Does it come from North America, or was the sweet potato something that people have had since the old country? This is something that I have no idea. Like with sweet potatoes, where do we find those at? Like yams and stuff like that. I assume that they're one of those newfangled foods, but maybe I'm a little biased. I don't know. They grow sweet potato? I would assume that, like, since it's such a watery, like, large tuber, you might need a lot of moisture in the soil, possibly? I don't know. I know nothing about it now that I'm thinking about it. So there's a little bit of food used up. With these petals right here, I'm going to suggest pretty strongly that we think about getting the shirt going. And I think that it was in the dress menu, which surprisingly has no dresses. It has very, very few dresses. I have no idea why that is, but there's no dress. The floral shirt. Oh. I needed some... See, I still don't have a good silk supply either. That's another one of my big issues in this playthrough is that among my many big issues, my silk supply is weak. My silk game is very, very weak right now. In my playthrough for Twitch TV, you should stop by sometime if you haven't, Twitch TV/SplatterCatGaming. Trying to promote it more. Because the stream hasn't really been, like, growing at the rate that I want it to, and I feel like if I promote it a little bit better, I don't know. I didn't want to be like a broken record constantly harping on it, but now I'm feeling like I kind of need to bring it up every now and again, otherwise people just don't know. Like, every single stream, I get more people that are like, yeah, I've been following your channel for, like, a year, and I still had no idea that you streamed. Alright, I might need to bring this up or at least advertise for it a little bit more. This may be a line that I need to step across for a little bit. We're going to make some meatballs on that side. That should be nice and wonderful. It looks like it's starting to get a little warm out. We may be a little hosed. I don't know. I had read somewhere that the cold stone was bugged and it wasn't working properly. I don't know if they fixed it yet, and so if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a stone. This guy right... Where is it? We got the compass. Nope, don't need that. A thermal stone. The thermal stone, you can sit it next to a cold fire, like an endothermic fire, and it will absorb coldness, and then you can carry it around just like you would in winter to keep you warm. It's the exact same concept, just reversed. I don't know how well it works, though. Last I checked, it was bugged, and it wasn't storing heat properly. Or it wasn't storing coldness properly, but it was storing heat properly, so I'd have to check on that on the forums and see if that's something that's been fixed. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's the mosquito right there. Actually, so far, we've been pretty lucky about the allocation of mosquitoes. I haven't seen a whole lot of them, and normally they're just, like, all over the damn place by this point in the game, so lucked out a little bit. We didn't get a lot of venom glands. I was hoping we would get a couple more. Well, we got 3. That's enough to cure ourselves a couple of times. We got some silk in there. The next plan that I would lay out for right now is that it's probably undoubtedly pretty wise. I don't know if I want to make the thermal stones. I'm not sure how I want to do this just yet. So we got a couple of plans in front of us. With the Prestidigitator, we can't really make a lot of progress right here until we start making nightmare fuel. Once we start making nightmare fuel, the problem with making nightmare fuel is that getting the stuff is a giant pain in the ass. So you can get it from flowers that are evil. All flowers, I think, become evil on full moons, and so that'll make it even easier, but you lose 5 sanity every time you loot one. So it's the opposite of what a flower normally does. So every single time you do one of these, depending on what character you're playing, you could be giving yourself like a severe handicap every single time you do it. And it may be an inopportune time for you, like you may drain out your sanity and then get a dog attack right after. And then what are you going to do, you know? And then you got even more problems you got to deal with. And so it tends to be a thing that I'm a little paranoid about and I tend to worry about. I thought the Ice Fling-O-Matic did it all on its own. I didn't know I had to turn it on. I'll probably just leave it right there just in case. We have food. We also have meat. So I guess I should start funneling some of this stuff in here. Let's go with you. Probably, I don't know what we'll get out of that one with the watermelon, but I assume it'll probably be delicious. I hope it'll probably be delicious. Not much. Do I have anything else in it? Give me a banana real fast. We'll use a banana for this. I don't know if that's going to change up. I think fruit changes up the recipe a little bit, but we might get something good out. There we go. That's what I like to see. And so now our food's been taken care of for a couple of days. We are looking really, really solid so long as we can consistently produce meatballs, which are my go-to food. I'm always surprised that meatballs have never been nerfed. I've always expected that Klei is going to remove that recipe or at least change it around to make it more difficult because it's such a good food, and yet they never seem to do it. They just seem to leave it in. It's been in since Reign of Giants. So I assume it's working as intended. That's my fallback food. Every time I play the game is I always use meatballs over and over and over again. And when you lean on something that heavily, I tend to wonder if perhaps I'm exploiting something that's a little bit imbalanced. Because believe me when I say I lean on it. Lean on me. When you're not strong, noble meatballs, you're so good to chew on. I like my meatballs. Meatballs are a big deal to me. I like meatballs a lot. Meatballs are one of those things that, like, I will knock people over to get to the buffet table to get some meatballs in me. Meatballs are the shit. Oh, no, he ate those seeds. I wanted those. It might be worth it to get a bird trap going so we can work on the summer fresh then. Let's do that instead. I'm going to go collect my bird trap in just a minute. We're going to set up, like... I think I'll probably... Sorry, I just got like 40 text messages all at the same time. Like, my phone just blew the hell up. It was like, wah! And I was like, oh my god, that's not good. So anyways, oh, you hear... See, the mosquitoes are here. I told you they'd be here eventually. We're going to have to deal with them. They are killable, so don't get overly panicked about them. I think you need... There's a thing you can make that makes you immune to poison, and it sort of bothers me that I can't recall what it is. I know the gas mask helps with venom. Shit, see how he almost got me right there? I told you, you're going to get poisoned eventually. These things are all over the place. They're a pain in the ass. You can sort of bait them and juke them, and if they come back towards you, you can kill them. It's risky, though. It's kind of risky, though. Like, the best way to do it is to approach from a direction where they'll have to cross back over you to get back to their home spot, which is over there in the swamp. There we go. Now we got him. And that's how you kill them right there. You will get a ton of these venom glands, and then I also give you like stink sacks or something like that. You can make water balloons with them, which are helpful to put out fires, stuff of that nature. A little bit helpful. Nice to have around, things that I keep an eye on while I do stuff. I need to replant all of this. And then we need to go get ourselves some lovely... I should probably wear armor when I do this too. Can I put the armor in my backpack out of curiosity? Okay, good. So if I can put the armor in my backpack, I don't really need to carry around like 500 stones. Like, I don't know why I always carry around so many. I also don't really need a shovel that... it's gotta rain right now? Like, is that absolutely necessary right now? Shit, that's not good. Nope, I don't want that. I need that. That's looking pretty good. That's what I didn't need right now. I really, really, really did not need rain at the moment. I was hoping to duck it for a little while longer. Ah, well. When life gives you lemons, I guess. When life gives you lemons, I guess. I'm trying to clear my head right now. I'm having trouble thinking of what I want to do next. I need to get silk very, very badly. If I don't get silk, that's not good. If I can't get more traps, that's not good. I guess I could go and fight. I could focus on making a limestone suit right now, which I think is an easily attainable and close by goal. I think it's something that we can accomplish. And in a situation like this where the weather is less than satisfactory, I think that's a good call. We'll put my hat on too, just for a little bit extra water resist. Just for that extra little bit of resist. I want it to not be affecting me right now. Try and stay out of the puddles. The mosquitoes do respawn, so he's going to be back probably once a day. Just to mess with us. Almost entirely just to mess with us. I don't like the mosquitoes very much. I try to stay away from them, if at all possible. Soaked a little bit of water right there, which I don't like, but I don't like a lot of things. So don't use that as any sort of barometer for what you should or should not do. Because many things bother me. Many, many things. I think I will... That looks fine right there. We don't need a ton of seaweed. I don't have a lot of monster meat right now. But if I could get the limestone suit going, I think that sounds really, really nice. I don't do a lot of fishing in this game either, because it's actually a little bit more complicated this time around than it was before. Like, obviously you can find some of the watering holes or whatever else. Grab that. And then that would actually be pretty terrible. If I get struck by lightning, that would be upsetting. So maybe I'll head back to shore. I can't deal with my boat burning right now. Put that away. If you have a tool out, I think you have a better chance to get struck by lightning or something. That might just be hearsay. Or it might be a real thing. I don't know. It may be real. It may not be real. But I'm not going to be on a boat right now while it's thunderstorming. I thought it was just going to be rain. And unfortunately, it has become quite a bit worse than I expected it to be. I'm going to throw some fuel in there real quick. It's weird how difficult it is to get rid of wetness in this game. Like, even when you've got like a full fire that you're sitting next to. This is a downpour. It might be worth it once nighttime gets here to sleep. So let me gather up. We got a lot of food and we got a lot of other random stuff available. And when you have resources, it's never a bad idea to avoid shitty situations by just sleeping through them. Which is what I do. I'd be like, whatever. Apparently what happened in my last game, by the way, I figured this out. I haven't talked about it at all in the series. And so looking for conversational topics is always something I do. That's the secret to being a good YouTuber. Is like remembering stuff that happened to you during the course of your day and then being able to bring it up at the drop of a hat. I saw a guy the other day on the trail. I was on my running trail. They found a dead guy on my running trail the other day. I was like, damn, son. They found a dead guy in the creek. He was under like 4 feet of water. I think he washed down from somewhere else. I don't know. We get flash floods and stuff, so it's possible he died somewhere else and then just like washed here. But there's a dead guy in the creek behind my house. Wild stuff. Not something you ever expect to see, but yeah, they put like a thing on the... I follow my city on Facebook just for like updates on like civic events and stuff because I like them. And there was an update on there like a dead guy was found in the blah 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 block, a 400 block of whatever in the creek. I'm like, huh, alright then. This will probably just become Ratatouille, which is actually a lot more complicated to make than it sounds. Ratatouille is actually kind of a pain in the ass to make. I don't know if most people know that, but Ratatouille is not so simple as throwing a bunch of stuff in a crock pot and just watching it pop out. Ratatouille is an ordeal. Ratatouille's going to take you a little bit to cook. I'll probably eat after we sleep. I picked up enough to where In order to avoid the wet season, I would rather just crash out for a little bit. Use my advantages to my advantage, I guess. There we go. I got a couple ratatouilles out there. It's not the best food. Like, frankly, ratatouille could be a little bit better, but it's still alright. It's not that bad. Let's put in some more crops real fast. Okay, so we ran out of seeds. That's disappointing. I gotta start watching out and being a little bit more hyper-vigilant about grabbing seeds. For right now, I think we're about out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. I appreciate you stopping on by. I like the game quite a lot, and so I wanted to give it a little bit more airtime on my channel. It's one of the first series that I ever did that people actually watched. Like, I remember back in the day when I only had like 4 subscribers, I would get normally like 3 views on anything, and this series got like 100 every single time I would post it. And it was super awesome, just feeling like people were seeing what I was doing. And so now, years later, it's become so, oh, I don't need to sleep now. Well, that's disappointing. I was all excited about sleeping. All right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you in the next episode. How you do, everybody?